So welcome everyone to our first bonus video, Pilates on the Mat with Kirsty Holt, owner of Kootenai Pilates Center in Nelson, BC. Kirsty is an amazing instructor with a wealth of knowledge about the body. She's going to be taking us through an intro level sequence today, and we're going to just run you through what you can expect.
Thanks for having me, Kirsty. I'm really honored to be here and honored to be with you today. So Pilates is named after Joseph Pilates, who invented this theory of movement. His work started with 36 exercises that he performed on the mat, and today I'll be showing you a few of those exercises as well as some of the fundamental principles of Pilates. And basically the goal of Pilates is to just really focus on our nice alignment through our spine, our core strengthening muscles, so really getting in touch with those deeper muscles that support our spine and pelvis, and using our breath as well to just match the movements. So really tying into the energy of the breath that helps us with each movement.
Wonderful. So we're really excited to get started today. For more information on the studio or to find out how you can take a class, please visit www.kootenaipilates.com. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start at the front of our mat, and I'm just going to have you lift your toes up and just reach them down to the floor. Just feel your feet supported on the floor. You're going to lift your crown up, so just imagine a string holding your head up. And from here, you're going to take a nice big wide breath into your rib cage. And as you exhale, I just want you to bring your chin to your throat. You're going to start to roll down. So we're going to move through our standing roll downs just to warm up our back. So as you roll down, think about opening your sit bones nice and wide to the ceiling. Let your head and your arms just hang. Take a big full breath into your back here. And as you exhale, I want you to press to your feet. Imagine the arches supporting you as you lift up, and you're stacking your spine one vertebrae at a time on that imaginary wall behind you, getting taller. So again, we're going to take a big breath in. Exhale, draw the chin to the throat. Imagine peeling your spine off that imaginary wall. Scooping your low belly, let your head hang. Take a big full breath at the bottom. And as you exhale, press to those four corners of your feet. Imagine the floor just reaching you up. So as you press to the floor, you can get a little taller in your crown. We're going to do that one more time. Big breath in. Exhale, lengthen all the way down. Stacking one vertebrae at a time over the next. Let the sit bones open nice and wide, getting that nice stretch in your hamstrings. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Last time, stacking your spine on that wall behind you, one vertebrae at a time. So from here, we're going to go all the way down to the floor. Big breath in. Exhale, lengthen all the way down. So you're just going to hang here for a moment. And if you're comfortable, you're going to bring one hand behind each leg. If that feels like it's too far of a stretch, just bring yourself up a little bit. So from here, I'm just going to have you take a big full breath into your back rib cage. And exhale, relax. We're going to do that one more time, opening your back space. Big breath in. And exhale. Good. Bring your hands down. We're going to fold the knees, and we're just going to hang out over our sit bones a little bit. So from here, we're going to start nice, spread the fingers. Open your tailbone, nice big crown. Take a big breath here. And exhale. From here, walk your hands forward. We're going to stretch out the bottom of our feet here. And just take those arms forward into your child's pose. So the head can just hang on your mat. Take a big full breath into your back again. And exhale. Good. Slowly stacking your spine up again. We'll walk forward one more time just to loosen that spine a little bit more. So I'm going to line up my knees underneath my hips and my hands underneath my shoulders. So from here, we'll take another big full breath into your back. And as you exhale, you're going to tuck your tail under and just let your head hang, looking down between your knees. Imagine that beautiful C shape you're creating with your spine. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, lengthen your tail behind you. Let your shoulders come away from your ears. Lift your heart up just a little bit, and you're looking out towards the front of the room. Take a big breath in. And exhale, curl. Inhale, pause. And exhale, lengthen into your extension. One more time. Inhale and exhale, curl. Inhale, pause, and exhale, lengthen. Good. Then we're going to come back to neutral, just coming back onto your heels. And we're going to work our way down to the mat now. So now our spine is nice and warm, and we're going to keep mobilizing that spine with some hip rolls. So I'm going to start with my head flat on the mat and my arms in a nice V position here. My heels are going to come close to my bum. We're going to take a nice big full breath into your belly. And as you exhale, I want you to tuck your pubic bones back towards your sternum. Start to press your heel centers. Lift your hips up. The weight will become right through the shoulder blades, so it shouldn't be on your neck at all. Take a big full breath into your ribcage again. And exhale, lengthening one vertebra at a time down to the mat. At the bottom, check that your sit bones really spread nice and wide. Take another big full breath in. As you exhale, we'll do that again. Curl and tuck your tail. Imagine peeling your spine off the mat. The knees should be right over your second toe, so check that you're not too wide here with the knees. Big breath in, and exhale, lengthen down, softening your heart, the back of your rib cage, softening your tail. Last one, big breath. And exhale, curl and peel, lifting up. Reach those kneecaps nice and long, so opening the front of your hip sockets. Big breath. And exhale, lengthen all the way down. Good. Walk your heels out a little bit. So now that we've created all that beautiful length in the spine, we're going to bring some awareness into our belly. So getting into our core work a little bit. With your hands on your belly, we're going to take some nice full breaths into your belly wall. So as you inhale, I want you to imagine your belly like a big balloon. So you're pressing your belly out. As you exhale, start to let the air out. You can imagine you're fogging up a glass mirror with your breath. So we're going to inhale again and exhale. So as you do this big belly breath, what you want to start to notice is how the belly wall just falls naturally to the floor. You don't want to be pushing your back into the floor or clenching your bum cheeks. You're just feeling this nice rise and fall of the belly. You can start to imagine a little drawstring connecting the left and right sides of your pelvis. So that's going to be that lower aspect of your transverse abdominis, your deep supporting abdominal muscle. So as you feel that exhalation, the belly wall draws down, you're creating that drawstring. You want to create a hovering energy just below the belly button, about an inch below the belly button. So take another big inhale and exhale. Good, feeling that corseting action where all those muscles just drawing to the middle. Good. From here, I'm going to change our intention. I might just grab my block to support my head. So if you have a pillow at home, you can just use your pillow. And then we're just going to keep that nice relaxed pelvis here and move into the rib cage. So I'll have you wrap your hands around your ribs. You're going to take a nice wide breath into your ribs like an umbrella. And as you exhale, just soften your ribs down to the mat. Let your throat soften and your heart soften. One more time. Big wide breath into your ribs. And exhale. So we're just trying to allow the ribs to soften. In Pilates, we'd like the pelvis and the rib cage to be in a nice alignment, and Joseph would have called that the cylinder. So we want to check in that we can be relaxed on the rib cage so we're not popping the ribs up off the mat. And alternatively, we don't want to be pressing our low back into the floor. So trying to keep this nice neutral position in your pelvis and your rib cage. From here, we're going to bring our hands to the side. We're going to bring our arms up, and I want you to just have a nice spread in your fingers. Inhale, reach the fingers up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, let the arms just fall back into your arm socket. So just connecting your arms at the back. Inhale, imagine little strings lifting your arms up. And exhale, just allow the arms to sink back. So you're connecting into your shoulder joints here. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now keeping this nice connection into your shoulder socket, we're going to reach our hands over our head, noticing here that we're not popping or lifting the rib cage off the mat. So as you reach your arms overhead, you're going to take that big inhale, and as you exhale, just reaching the arms back down. Inhale, up and over, getting that nice stretch from the arms, right to your pinky finger, and exhale. As you reach your arms over your head, start to imagine some lines from here to here. So that's part of that cylinder that Joseph would have talked about. Good. Last time, inhale and exhale. Good. Last thing we're going to do is do our head positioning on the mat. So from here, we're going to just draw the chin to the throat. As you exhale, you're just gliding the back of your head along your block or the mat. And inhale, slide your head to center. Exhale, chin to the throat. So giving yourself a little double chin. And exhale to center. Last time. And back. Perfect. So we're ready to start into some of our fundamental movements now. So we've got our pelvis in this beautiful neutral position. You can imagine a nice bowl of water where the water's resting level in the bowl. The ribs are relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed, the neck is lengthened. So from here, we're going to move into single leg lift. Take a big full breath in. As you exhale, start to imagine that drawstring, and you're picking up one leg off the mat. You can imagine a string holding your knee and reaching it up towards the ceiling. My hip is at 90 degrees and my knee's at 90 degrees. You're going to inhale to tap your toe down and exhale to reach your leg up. So just starting with this little toe tap, what you're noticing is that as you lift and lower the leg, you're trying not to shift the pelvis forward or tip the ribs forward. So just using that hip socket to lift and lower the leg. Trying not to get too grippy in the front of the hips. So instead, really picture lengthening up out of your hip socket and then lowering, keeping that nice core control. One more time. Inhale and exhale. We're going to switch sides. Big inhale. Exhale. Scoop your other leg up off the mat. Imagine a little weight on your heel here. You're lifting and lowering the leg just a few times with nice control. One more time. Good. And all the way up and then lower down. Moving into the second progression, we're going to take a big breath in. As you exhale, scoop your one leg up off the mat. Now, without shifting the position of your pelvis or your ribs, you're going to slowly take that second leg up off the mat. And then you're going to lower one leg down and then the other, and we'll do it again. Opposite side. So exhale. Inhale, pause. Exhale, second leg comes up off the mat and lower and lower. We'll keep repeating that sequence. Just noticing that every time you lift that second leg up the mat, you don't want to feel yourself shifting in your rib cage, gripping in your low back, or feeling any tension in your neck. So it's a nice, slow, controlled movement with all that effort in your low belly. The throat is relaxed. We're going to do that one more time. So this is called a double leg lift. You're doing great. And all the way down. And then the last progression we're going to do is going to toe tap. So this is our harder progression. Take a big full belly breath in. Exhale, relax your belly well down. We're going to take one leg up. Inhale and exhale. Second leg up. So I'm just going to change, make sure my angle of my hips is correct, 90 degrees. Heels are a little bit heavy here. So I'm in this nice alignment with my neck lengthened. I'm going to tap one toe down to the mat and scoop it up. And then again. So we're just working on our core stabilization here, just checking in that as we work from the hip sockets, the pelvis stays neutral, the ribs are relaxed, the throat is relaxed, really feeling that nice corset feeling or that hugging quality in our low belly. One more time either side. And then we're going to lower the legs down one at a time. Great. Bring your feet right together. We'll just do a little stretch here to release that. Chopping, bringing the knees over to one side. You're just going to slowly turn your head the opposite direction. Start to feel that nice long stretch along your midline. Nice. Come back to center. And then we're going to switch sides over to the other side. And knees fall away and head turns away. So nice and heavy. Take a big breath here. And exhale, slowly spiral the legs back to center. Good. Coming back to center now, we're going to go into what's called our ab prep. So from here, we're going to bring our hands behind the head. Thumbs are going to just be touching that little bony part at the base of the skull. So here what I can do is just lengthen my chin to my throat and anchor my shoulders away from my ears. And imagine your head is heavy like a big watermelon. So we're going to keep that nice heavy quality in the head with a nice lengthened neck. And as we exhale, we're going to fold our rib cage down into our belly. So doing your little ab curl or ab prep, and then inhale, lengthen back. We're going to do this a few times. And what I want you to notice is as you curl up off the mat, you're not using the momentum of your head to pull you up. So it's really coming from those upper attachments right at the sternum and those lower ribs that are just folding like a big accordion into your belly. The other thing you want to check in with is as you do a curling action, which is we do a lot of curling work in Pilates, is that you're not tucking your tail and gripping in your hip flexors here. So as you curl up, just really try to soften your tailbone, keep your sit bones nice and lengthened, and keep nice and relaxed in your pelvis. Keep that bowl of water level. We'll just do 2 more. Inhale the top. Exhale, lengthen down. Head nice and heavy. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. And exhale, lengthen down. Great job. Legs and arms just reach apart. Give yourself a big stretch. Good. And coming back. So now that we've done a few of the fundamental movements to warm up the core, we're going to go into some classical Pilates exercises, and this comes from the 36 original exercises by Joseph Pilates. So I'm going to start with a warm-up move called the hundreds, and I'm going to show you a few variations. So the first variation, we're going to have our heels on the floor. I'm going to have you with big, nice arms, wide V arms at the side. You're going to draw your chin to the throat. From here, you're going to curl up. If you feel like you'd like to support your head, feel free to have your hand behind your head so you can keep that nice relaxed neck. Otherwise, both hands can be reaching far and just keeping nice and strong in that upper attachment. We're going to pump the arms like this. So you're going to end up pumping the arms, noticing that you're not bouncing in the body like this. So you're going to hold that nice C shape in your spine. And we're going to do a little bit of a sniffing breath here. So we're going to inhale for 5 counts. And exhale for 5 counts. So that's what it's going to look like. If you would choose to try the harder variation, you could have either one leg up or both legs up in your tabletop position that we practiced earlier. So that would look more like this, and you're pumping the arms from here. So I'll let you choose what version you'd like to do. And I'm going to go into that second version, just checking in again that the pelvis is neutral, that I'm not tucking my tail into the mat. So trying to be nice and long here, lots of energy in that low belly. Draw the chin to the throat on the inhale. Exhale, curl up into your ab prep. And here we go, we're going to pump the arms. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting closer. 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more sets. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take the knees and relax the head down. So in the beginning, if you found that difficult, you can just do 50 at once, take a little break, and reset and do the next 50. But what that does is get the diaphragm dropping up and down and really get the blood flowing in your body. So you should feel nice and warm now in your belly. So we're going to move this into our next classical exercise here, going into what we call crisscross or bicycle. So from here, we're going to bring one leg up. You're going to reach one leg away from you and lift it up off the floor slightly. This long lever, again, is a harder position. So if you want to bend your knee a little bit, that's just fine. So we're going to come into my ab prep here. My outside arm is going to come to the inside of my thigh or my knee, and my other arm is going to reach to the outside of my ankle. So from here, I'm going to hug my knee into my chest, curling, and then I'm going to switch legs. So each time my opposite arm is reaching to my outside of my ankle, my inside arm is reaching to the inside of my knee, and I'm switching. So it's going to look like this. And again, if you want to keep your head down and do it like this, you're going to get all the benefits of the work. If you want to make it a little harder, you are going to curl up, and you can keep the lever short or long. So that's a little bit more of that classical look. So from here, we're going to get started. We're going to take one leg up, reach one hand to the inside of your knee, the other hand comes to the outside of your ankle. We're going to curl up, one leg reaches away, and lift it off the floor, and we're going to go like this. Oops, wrong hand, sorry. Keep going, you're doing great. And again, you could be down here if it's too hard to hold the curl. Almost there. For 5, 4, 3, Again, excellent job. Pull the knees into the chest, relax the head. If it feels good to rock side to side, go ahead. Okay, so we're going to go into our side from here. Go ahead and bring yourself up. You'll take your block with you. And we're going to do a classical move called the saw. It's a rotational move. You may feel more comfortable with your bum supported, so we can bring our legs into a bit of a V shape. And here with that block underneath our sit bones, you're just going to try to sit up nice and tall off your sit bones. If you have enough hamstring flexibility, you can actually come right onto the floor like this. But we just want to make sure that the spine is nice and vertical, that you're not tucked under and feeling any strain in your low back or the back of your legs. So I'm going to bring my block underneath my bum here. My legs are in this V, just slightly wider than the mat. I'm nice and tall. My ribs are just gently hugging back, and my chin is lengthened into my throat. I'm going to pull my toes back just to get a bit of a hamstring stretch. If you are sitting up here now and you feel that you're getting a lot of gripping in the front of your hip flexors, by all means, just go ahead and bend your knees so you can be sitting even taller without that strain. And you can even put pillows underneath your knees if you needed to. So from here, we're going to take our hands into a letter T position, and I'm going to get you to bring your arms just slightly forward. So just drawing your shoulders down your back. Imagine you had a big ball of energy between your hands. So you're really feeling those arms are energized. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to rotate towards your ankle. Your back arm, you're going to turn your palm to face the back wall behind you. And from here, you're going to roll forward on your spine, reaching towards your pinky toe. So you're going to feel this nice stretch in the low back and a nice scoop in your low belly. You'll take an inhale to come up, and as you exhale, you'll roll back to center. And then we'll go the other way. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to keep going with this move. Just notice that your shoulders aren't creeping up by your ears. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your low back and your hamstrings. And again, trying to stay nice and soft in the front of your hip. And again, exhale, inhale, get taller from tail to crown, and back to center. Last time, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And then relax the arms. That was great. Okay, we're going to go into our sideline position now for our sideline leg work. You can take the block with you or a pillow, and I'm going to outstretch my bottom hand and just have that block resting for my head here so my head can stay nice and supported. My hips are going to be stacked, and I'm going to lengthen both legs away from me with my bottom toes turned down into the floor like this. When you're in this position, what you want to notice is that your shoulders are stacked and your hips are stacked, and you're going to lengthen that top waist, so there should be a little space underneath your bottom ribs so that you're not slumping into the floor. So Pilates is a lot about creating length in your spine the whole time. So in this position, my hips are stacked, my low belly is engaged, so I'm going to find that drawstring in my pants. My hand can be here for support, and I'm just going to lift that top leg up with my toes curled towards my nose. So we're going to lift and lower the leg. So here we're going to inhale to come down. As you exhale, you're going to lift the leg up, keeping that nice length in your waist, noticing that when you lift the leg up, that you're not falling into the waist like that. So staying nice and balanced, you're going to exhale up, inhale down. Exhale, inhale. The head is nice and relaxed, and this is to strengthen up that lateral side of your hips, those lateral glute muscles, to help you with your strength in your pelvis and your alignment. So 2 more like this. Nice and balanced, great. Then you're going to pause at the top. We're going to turn our toes up, so we're externally rotating your leg. Drop your heel down and lift. Really checking in again with that nice lift in the waist, having that small space, low belly. The ribs again are gently hugging back, so you don't want to feel that as you lift and lower the leg that you're popping your ribs forward. Keep going. You should be starting to feel this now. Last one. Great, come up, we're almost done. Point your toes, we're going to do little tiny pendulums. Imagine your toe like a long paintbrush, and you're just creating little circles. Again, trying to keep that length in your waist. 1 more time in this direction, pause, reverse your direction, so almost there for 5, 4, you're doing great, 3, 2, and 1, and lower. Hopefully you should be feeling that, I know I am. Give your glutes a little tap, and then we're going to switch sides onto your other side. So I'm just going to flip from this direction, find your pillow or your block, Lengthen your waist, hips are stacked, bottom toes are touching the floor, long waist. We're going to exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale. Just to show you a slightly harder variation would be to have the upper body lifted slightly off the mat, so you could be in this position working on some shoulder stability if you felt comfortable. Just check that you're not shortening in your waist too much from that position. Good. Turn your toes up, heels down, and lift and lower from here. Nice control, space in the waist. You're doing great. 2 more. Good. We're going to take the leg up, point the toe. Here comes your paintbrush. So doing that little pendulum swing. Check that the cylinder is nice and intact. So we don't want that cylinder to be twisting or bending. Pause, reverse your direction. 5, 4, 3, doing great. 2, relax your shoulder. And 1, and then relax. Excellent, and in for a little stretch. All right, you're doing great now. We're going to go on to our belly. We've got 2 more exercises to finish our class today. So we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulder and do some beautiful extension work to strengthen our spine. So when we're in this position, you want to check that the front of your pelvis isn't tipping really forward into the floor. You shouldn't feel any strain in your back. So if you prefer to have a little towel underneath the front of your hip bones, you could do that to help your positioning. Or you're just going to really check in to that low belly and just make sure that as you lay on the floor that you're bringing your belly button up towards the ceiling, lengthening your tail away from you, and energizing your heels so that your glutes are helping you out here. So now my pelvis is neutral and there's no strain in my back. I'm going to have my hands underneath my shoulders, my nose is on the mat. We're going to imagine a little marble in front of our nose. You're going to bump the marble with your nose. And as you exhale, without pushing too strongly in your arms, you're going to exhale and lift up into a little bit of extension. At the top, you're going to inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to come back down. So it'll look like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going with this exercise and just notice that as you extend up, that you're not dropping your ribcage forward. You want to imagine length from the tail to the crown so that as you lift up, your ribs come with you and you can feel your low belly working here to hold that cylinder shape. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, getting longer. Exhale, relax down. Last time. Inhale, exhale, belly walls lifted. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then just relax. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. Go ahead, come right back into your child's pose. So the knees are wide. Take a nice big full breath into your back. Exhale, soften your heart. Let your shoulders relax. 1 more time. And exhale. Slowly just stacking your spine, imagining 1 vertebrae at a time coming on top of the next. You're going to come into your sitting position. And to finish our little segment today, we're going to go into a mermaid position. So in the classical work, mermaid is like this. It's not always the easiest position to sit in. So you can have an option to use your block and either place both sit bones up on your block just to give a little more room for your hips. If you felt comfortable with that, you could even just use 1 block underneath 1 hip of your forward leg. If that feels still uncomfortable, you could just go into a cross-legged position if you can't bend your knees. So either a diamond like this or cross legs is fine. So just find a sitting position where you can lift up and out of your pelvis. I'm going to use that mermaid position with the block underneath one of my hip sockets here, my sit bones. So I'm nice and tall here. Take your hand out on just from the outside of your hip and just reach it forward. Find that height in your crown from your tail to your crown. You're going to inhale to lift your right arm up, letting your shoulder drift down your back, and you're going to exhale to side bend. So creating this nice lift up and out of our pelvis. Inhale to stack up, and exhale, release. I'm going to take that arm up and over. This is a great side bend stretch to open up the rib cage, get lots of space for the lungs. So here we go again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, getting nice and tall, and exhale. Let your left sit bone just sink down to the mat. We're going to do this 1 more time. So just imagine you had a beautiful beach ball resting on the outside of your hip and you're reaching up and out of that beach ball. So up and over into that arc. Good. And up and then relax. Great. So you should be getting a nice stretch there. Let's switch our legs over to the other side. So again, you could use a cross-leg position or a diamond position, whatever feels comfortable for you. Take your hand, just slide it away from your hip, nice and tall. Check that the ribs are just gently hugging back. Inhale your other arm up now, and exhale. Your bottom hand is just pressing into the mat slightly, so this is also a little bit of work for your scapula to just stabilize your shoulders. So we inhale, shoulders drift down the back, exhale, getting that beautiful side bend. Good, coming up all the way and relax down. Oop, and I forgot my other side bend here. So that just feels so good for the spine. One more time, inhale and exhale. Inhale, getting a little bit taller, and exhale. All the way back. Nice. Great. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. It's really a pleasure to be here with you, and I hope you enjoyed your Pilates segment. Have a great day.